Hello, happy 4th anniversary to my YouTube channel. Today I'm recreating my first video, which is my BTS idol nail art tutorial. First, I'm applying a thin layer of base coat. I'm using Holo Taco's peel off base coat. I used to use unpeel off base coat, but that has gotten harder for me to get a hold of, so I'm just using this Holo Taco one, and it's just easier to peel off the designs. Then we're going to paint the index fingernail a light neon blue, the middle and ring fingernails a bright yellow, the pinky fingernail white, and the thumbnail red. I just love recreating this design because it's pretty simple, but there are so many avenues for improvement and change, and the idol era just occupies such a special place in my heart, both as an ARMY and as a YouTuber. Alright, let's get started with the design. I'm starting with this vertical gradient for my index fingernail with the neon blue on the right and the red on the left, and so when you rotate that, the red will be on the bottom and the blue on the top. And now I'm just writing idol in white polish, and this will just provide a nice kind of blank canvas for all the bright colors that will be dotting on top. This is actually my second time recreating this design. I did this back in 2019 for my first anniversary as well, and I didn't really like how that design turned out. There were some elements that definitely improved from the 2018 version, but I felt that the video quality just wasn't it, and it was really hard to make out what I was doing, so I definitely wanted to refilm this just to have a better video. And of course, I did feel like my skills for nail art itself did improve as well, so hopefully you guys see that. But here I am just adding various colors onto the letters and just trying to fill in all that white space, because while we can have some white space, I think it's better to have more color and just to have it pop better off of the gradient. And then I'm just adding the light yellow specks on top. And now onto the middle fingernail, I'm doing a half radial gradient starting with white and then yellow orange and moving into our darkest reddish browns. And when you have enough length, then you can just sponge that onto the nail. And now I'm just kind of touching up the bottom by adding the white hemisphere back on, and it just makes it look sharper and cleaner. And then I'm just using a thin brush and white polish and adding some sparse clouds in the sky above, and that just helps to fill in the space, and it also just resembles the music video better. And now I'm just using yellow and orange polish to do, again, kind of a half radial gradient, but this time towards the cuticle. And I'm going to be writing the love character in Chinese with blue polish. I already laid down the base with white, and I'm just filling it in. It was just really difficult to do on camera. I think I've done that for the past 2 times, and I wasn't quite satisfied with how the characters turned out both times, so I just decided to do the character off camera and then color it in for you guys so you can at least kind of see how the strokes are being drawn in one by one. This time around, I did not top coat any of the gradients before moving on and drawing on the details such as the character and of course writing idol on the index fingernail, but I would recommend you do that. I did that in the second tutorial, and it really helped with just kind of top coating it at the end because you don't run the risk of smudging the fine details into the base. And then for the pinky fingernail, I'm using a bright red to draw on some hearts, and they're kind of twisted at the end, so they don't have to be perfect, but they are kind of just fun and a little quirky. And so I'm just kind of drawing those in to fill in the space. And I think varying the sizes would be nice as well, but I did do most of mine kind of a medium size. And once I was done, I used a almost burgundy color to draw the stripes, and this time I did them really thin and tried to have them evenly spaced. And this design is inspired by V's shirt, and once I get to this step of the design, I do feel like the set is very cohesive. And then for the thumbnail, I'm using a light flesh tone to just kind of do a light sketch of where all the members are going. And I do feel like it's tighter this time around because my nail is shorter. And so I did kind of have to proportion it differently and make sure that all the members would fit. So they are a little bit more bunched together, but they are still kind of relatively the same size maybe. And I'm showing you the entire process of laying down all the colors, so this is the longest part of the video, and I just wanted to thank you guys for being here for these past 4 years from 2018 to 2022. That is not a short length of time by any means. I want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing and for sticking with this channel through all the changes. I address this pretty much each year, and especially so in 2020 and moving forward, because my channel definitely had more major changes then. And I mean, I do feel like my channel has kind of died down and there is less interaction from just the general public, but I am still really grateful for everyone who has remained subscribed and interacts with me in the comment section. It definitely makes my day to know that people are still watching my videos and that there is an audience for the content that I enjoy creating. I don't feel like there's a need for me to really change myself or to do anything different. I just really appreciate that I found a community for my niche hobby that is nail painting on the internet. That being said, I kind of want to use this opportunity while I am painting this design that I've already painted twice on this channel to address some of those changes. Of course, when I first started my channel, it was nail art. I mean, this nail art design from 2018 definitely set the stage for what my channel would become. And then it just kind of naturally grew into something bigger. There was a lot of unboxing and review type videos, and then I moved on to journaling even, and I posted some fan-made videos or edits, and now I've kind of come full circle and back to my roots of just doing nail art videos. And so it's come a very long way to kind of reach the same spot, but I'm just so happy, and I feel like I've gained a lot from everything else in between. And I want to thank everyone who's joined in the middle and everyone who's still here, because it really has shaped my journey on YouTube in such a drastic way, and I'm just so grateful for all the experiences. And in the meantime, you guys can see that I already added in all the colors to the outfits, and that's probably the hardest part, but also the most fun part of this design, because you get to whip out a bunch of colors and use them and just kind of see the design come to life and look the way it's supposed to. There is one last change that I made to the second iteration of this idol nail art design, and that is I didn't add the glitter this time to the top half of the nail, and that probably detracts a lot of like the oomph factor, but I didn't even realize that because the quality of the video and the photos were so bad. So definitely maybe I'll add that back the next time I paint this, but I do still really like this design, and I'm also happy that I can show you guys my improvement from the last 3 years. And let's just wrap this up with a thick layer of glossy top coat to seal in the designs and to add a long-lasting shine. And that is it for my BTS Idol nail art tutorial. Thank you guys again for 4 years on YouTube, and of course giving myself a pat on the back for all the videos that I have released in all that time. I hope you guys have enjoyed all the content that I've released, and I am continuing to do that for as long as I can. Cheers to our past, present, and future, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone!